Welcome to Up and Down the Aisles, where we explore the stories behind the brands you love. Let's get started.
Summer days, they grow shorter with every hour, every
Good morning, retail family. Today we have an appointment to tour the Amazon facility in Houston and all its automation marvels. I'm looking forward to it. Let's go. Okay, family, we made it to the facilities. You can see the culture is clearly displayed. Work hard, have fun, make history is clearly displayed, and the tone of the facility is set as soon as you walk in the door. Looking forward to this. Stay tuned. Much when I arrived at the facilities, they immediately told us that there were no recording devices allowed in the warehouse. That's both video and audio. So I did take some notes. Very interesting walkthrough. I'm going to summarize my experiences and then actually walk you guys through a video and some stills, summarizing it. Immediately upon entering the building and stuff, I was greeted by the tour guide, in which they signed us in, checked us off, and gave us a visitor badge. Walked us to a meeting room in which we were given a mini orientation on brief history of their fulfillment center and also the safety aspect of the tour. And also, they administered the headset where we be communicating with our tour guide. We were informed that we were going to go to 4 stations. One being the first one being the inbound station, the pick area, the packing station, and the slam area. And after that, we will have an overview of the facility and also some Q&A. First up, the inbound. The inbound is where actually will be the receiving area in a warehouse environment where all the product comes in to the facility, and they scan it in and it's put into the robot bins. That's the bins you see the lady putting the stuff in. She scanned it in manually and it goes into the bins. And once the bin is full, the robot automatically goes and park it in the warehouse. And the system, the robot, I should say, know exactly where that specific item is and where it was placed at in the bin. Very, very interesting concept. Um, Also, the facility that we went to had a lot of small items. They didn't have any frozen or refrigerated items, and also they didn't have any big items like TVs and big items and stuff like that. This facility, I believe she said, was 300,000 square feet, maybe a little bit more. Had 2,500 employees and also about 3,000 robots. Um, Whereas the robots, you can see the fencing area is um, is always kept separate from the humans. Unless there's a breakdown, there's a team that comes and address that. Um, in which they put it in a maintenance mode, and the robot actually either stops or slows down, knowing that the humans are in that area. There are 1,000 robots per floors. There's 3 floors, and interestingly, the robots know exactly when they need to charge their batteries, and they do it automatically. Um, I asked a series of questions. Some of them she couldn't answer. because a lot of it was more operation centric. Because I asked about a lot of performance numbers, being in the business and stuff. I was pretty interested in how efficient it is. But as I walk through my experiences, you're gonna, it would tell that this is one very efficient operation, very, very efficient operation. So once everything was put into the system, it was picked. I'm sorry, we went to the pick area next. The pick area is once the order we place an order with Amazon, and what happens is it is picked. The robot actually brings the product to the person, and they can pick the items. So they pick the items, they prepare the orders, and it's ready to go. Then it goes to what's called the pack station. The pack station, very efficiently, it knows exactly how many items per order. It actually tell them what size box to use and also what the packing material is. And the taping material too as well is very, very interesting, which means that if it's a big box, it only dispenses a certain amount of tape to hold it on there. Actually, there's also a story with the taping that affixed to the box, but that's another story. So once this is done, it goes to what's called the slam process. And the slam process is very, very interesting. And that's where it goes down to a conveyor belt. And the conveyor belt actually read the label that's been put on there once the item been packed. And it actually route it to the right place, and it puts the label on it for your address. Um, if there's some type of error, it actually kicks it out. So there's someone at that station that takes it and put it back where it needs to be at. So that, like, again, that's very, very interesting on how that process works. Doing our observation and our tour, um, I'm glad they didn't do anything to orchestrate, like nothing ever happens. It actually jammed a few times. There's a crew that's dispatched because, of course, there's a strobing light, and there's an alarm that goes off, and a crew is automatically dispatched to that conveyor belt in that area, in which they resolve the issue, and it's back on this merry way. So that was pretty interesting and stuff. That's pretty much the last area before it actually goes into shipping. Then it goes down the conveyor belt and actually sort to by zip code. And what happens is it goes and it's actually put on the truck, and then that way it goes to where it's actually goes on the truck and is actually delivered. And we had an overview area as well, where we can kind of just sit back and watch it's like a loft. We can watch the whole operation, which pretty impressive. Well, family, that concludes this tour. I give it a 10 out of a 10. I learned a lot today, and I love to learn new things, especially as it relates to retail. Amazon has definitely done a great job in creating efficiencies. The way they distribute millions and millions of product and ship to us is very, very impressive. I encourage everyone to sign up for a free tour. You won't be sorry.
Thanks for watching this episode of Up and Down the Aisles, where retail is detail.